All right, so 3 days ago, I summited Katahdin in Maine at the northern terminus, and that pretty much completed my northern leg of my Flip Flop hike. I wasn't quite sure where I wanted to go with this, and after a lot of thought, I decided I wanted to head in a homeward direction. So my original plan was to do a full flip-flop, start in West Virginia, hit Katahdin in Maine at the northern terminus, travel down back to Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, and continue south to Springer Mountain in Georgia, where the southern terminus lies. And that's kind of a traditional flip-flop, I guess. But after talking to some thru hikers and thinking it over a lot, I decided I would head home to Virginia, where I've lived all my life. In the coastal section of Virginia, I spent a few years in college in the mountains of Virginia, but Virginia's always been my home. So I decided to flip this flip-flop and travel from Maine to the southern terminus here at Springer Mountain, where I'm gonna continue north to West Virginia and end up where I started in Harpers Ferry. It's sometimes referred to as a wraparound flip-flop, but it gives me a northbound thru hike all the way, which that means a little bit to me. I got the northbound thru hike I originally wanted, just kind of in a broken way, where I finish the northern leg first and then come back and do the southern leg going north. And this is traditionally where northbound thru hikers start most of them, 90% of them start their thru hike at Springer Mountain in Georgia, just in another time of year, like February, March, April. But I think it would mean more to me to pretty much end up in Virginia through the last 550 miles, cross the border into West Virginia, and finish the hike. But for the most part, the last day I'll be hiking in Virginia. There's only 2 miles in West Virginia to finish, plus a bridge that is now repaired. So here I am, traveling north from Springer, and I'm gonna probably run into some strange weather down here. Heat and humidity in the southeast. I'm kind of used to living in coastal Virginia, but this is tropical storm and hurricane season as well, and a lot of them like to come up through the Gulf of Mexico and just splash down in the Tennessee Valley. And I found out a few days ago, this is supposed to be a record year for named storms. I mean, like a record year, all-time record year. That's just predictions, but I just thought, oh, okay, we have another component here to deal with, but we'll figure it out. I'll float down the trail. So I'm not giving up. You know, touching Katahdin was awesome, and it wasn't, the feeling I would probably have gotten had I summited Katahdin on my last day of a 2,200 mile thru hike. still felt good. I still have a little over 1,000 miles to go. So we're gonna go onward, think about this thing for a little bit, and head down the trail. So let's go.
If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind. Go all the way. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It could mean jail. It could mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, of how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds. And it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All the way. All the way. You will ride life straight to perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is.
Okay, I made it to Hawk Mountain Shelter. It's about 8 miles in from where I started at Springer. I wanted to go farther, but I got caught in the thunderstorms that were forecast this afternoon. And I've been here about 45 minutes and it's still thundering and raining. So I may be hunkered down inside Hawk Mountain Shelter. Not something I want to do. There's no one else here right now. And if it stops early enough, I will hike on. I'm not sure where, but maybe a few more miles. But I just have to see. Tomorrow morning is going to be sunny, so I may just be satisfied and just hang out here. And the trail, within minutes of the thunderstorm, the trail turned into a river. So it might just be better just to wait this one out, let the trail dry out a little bit overnight, so it's not so, I don't know. I mean, it was inches deep with water on the trail. So I may just be here tonight, like I said, and try and get about 16 miles in tomorrow, and then the next day into Neal Gap. But until then, I'm right here. I haven't stayed in a shelter, I think, since New Jersey. So this one is reported to have some mice activity. But it does have bear boxes and bear cables to protect food. So I may just hang out here. It's got a room for about 12 people. It's got a loft area, picnic table, and of course people leave their trash in the fire ring. Not so smart. And there's reported bear activity around here. So I did get soaking wet, even though I had an umbrella, raincoat, pack cover. I haven't checked my pack contents yet, but I got to get my feet dried out. So once I make the decision to stay here, I will start on that process. But until then, Acorn Army, I love you. I'll see you next time. Muffin and Button, I love you too. And see you guys months from now.